Now, I haven't been making any videos for a while. Well, not for a while, but for long enough to be considered a while, considering that for a while there, I was making videos every day, or two a day. And sometimes I do that, and sometimes I go into a habit of not making any for a while. My head looks really fat today. And I have all these, like, flyaways and crap. That's what happens when you do your own hair, kids. But, I was asked a question today, by a friend. Who should lead in a conversation? Because it seems like guys always lead in the conversation. Well, my answers were... I had 3 different answers for this, and there's a reason for that. My answers all fill a different spot in the conversation questionnaire. And my answers were... Because his question was actually... When I can find it here. Everything's taking ages to load. This is great. I don't want to make this video take forever, but it's going to. His question was... In a boy-girl conversation, who do you think should run the conversation? It seems as if the standard is that guys have to run the conversation, and I don't think that's the case. And I have 3 ways of handling this. 1, it should be whoever feels most comfortable running the conversation, because if they're okay with it, that's fine. 2, it should change hands, with each conversation, or with, the time that passes in the conversation. And 3, no one should run the conversation. It should be equal input from both people, from 2 people, male or female, male or male, female or female. If someone isn't talking to you as much as you're talking to them, they're probably ignoring you, which is really rude. But at the same time, I could have made this video about anything, but, that was just something that occurred to me, and I thought it's a very useful thing, because some people probably are confused about that. There's been times where I felt like I always started the conversation, or I would notice the other person was, but at the same time, they only talk to me once in a while, so maybe they didn't want me to start the conversation. I have trouble interacting socially, even if it's on, like, a social media site, because I don't... A simple fact, anxiety and paranoia and wanting to be liked and, things everybody worries about. But, just basically, I think that conversation should be equal parts, no matter who starts it. That person doesn't necessarily have to end it, or, keep it, going. Also, another thing about conversation, if someone brings up something you don't like, just change topic, or, calmly discuss it. Don't be like, well, that's bullcrap, blah, 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 I don't agree with it. You can say, well, I don't like that, but because of that, I'm going to change the subject to, like, cartoons or something. Some people would argue over cartoons, and some people would argue over the fact that ice cream is cold. Or some people think it's just chilled, okay? It's stupid. Some people will argue over anything. And I think conversations should be equal, because if they aren't, they can turn into debates or arguments. I don't like the term argument or debate, because those terms symbolize a need to be superior to somebody, or a need to be above them, or a need to win the discussion. Discussion doesn't really say that, but it could as well. But just use the word conversation. And don't get heated about things that don't deserve your anger, because they're just words, and nothing that starts with a sentence deserves to be ended with a punch in the face. And that is all the time we have for today, boys and girls. Boys and girls? Is there one boy that watches the show? I don't know. I don't think this is a show. It's just a YouTube thing, but I don't even know if anybody's gonna watch it. So, toodaloo there, buddy.